And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 14, episode 11. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week ahead of you, because at the time of us recording this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, it is Sunday, and you guys know what that means. That means it's Monday coming up, and it's back on the work week grind. So I always say, enjoy your weekends and have fun. But when it comes to Monday, yeah, everyone's sad and depressed because they realize they got to go back to work. So as you guys know, we did not have an episode of the Cloud9 podcast this past Thursday because we wanted to take that Thursday off and come back on the Sunday, because beginning this week, you have the first international event of 2025 for League of Legends, which is going to be First Stand, which we will be previewing at the end of the episode, because in the beginning part of the episode, we are going to be talking about some of the LEC 2025 off-season news. There's been some roster changes, and then we're going to be recapping the LEC 2025 winter split, and then we're going to end up recapping the LTA Americas Split 1, and then after that we will give you a preview for First Stand. So also, since it is an international event, as you guys know, when it comes to any international event for League of Legends, we end up giving you guys more episodes of the Cloud9 podcast, because that way, when there's a lot of League of Legends to be played, we can basically give you guys, basically a lot of more detailed information about what we thought about the games on that day, rather than basically just combining all of them into basically 2 days, when we could just break down, the gameplay for each day after it's over. So the plan, obviously, for this week is to have the episode on Sunday and Thursday like we normally do, but we are adding in 2 additional days for the Cloud9 podcast just for this week. And I think next week, if the games go very similar. So basically, if you see more episodes of the Cloud9 podcast, that's because, First Stand's going on. So episode, obviously today, Sunday, we're going to be giving you guys one on Tuesday as well, after my show with Last Comic Fan. Obviously Thursday, which is our normal standard day. And then we're going to be having another episode on Saturday. And then we'll obviously let you guys know the schedule when the next week of games happen after that. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have been doing great, honestly, out there. I know a lot of you guys really enjoy the content. The watch time on the channel has just been absolutely incredible. You guys really do like the content here. I know the views don't really reflect that, but I see the watch time. I know you guys are watching the content. Also, shameless plug, I got my comic book channel out there, which is very close to hitting 200 subscribers. And that channel already has over 500 hours of watch time. You guys are insane. But if you guys do want to go and check out my comic book channel, the link is in the description box below. I should have that Yu-Gi-Oh channel up very, very soon. So I'll be putting out more content on that. Some people got 3 channels and doing it by themselves. I want to get on that grind, 3-channel grind. I'm not burnt out at all. I'm just the top G for a reason. But in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, he's always getting carried. I always got to carry this fucking man. Anytime he picks Varus, man, straight up running it down.
Nigga, and then your ass throw the goddamn game because you missing the ability. I'm like, this dumbass.
This man couldn't land a Warwick Ian, and that shit is instant. Man, oh my God.
I got a Warwick E and a W, got the O, got a double kill, was able to push and win. Like, don't play with me, motherfucker. Like, I'm out here.
This man's like, give me Varus. I'm like, all right. And this man is playing like reckless, trying to preserve his damn KDA. I'm like, this man's a KDA player.
With 2 people that are supposed to be tanks, and they squishing at me.
I don't think we had a frontline that game. Oh, I was playing Nico that game, and I was like, unless I literally engage, no one else does anything. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just thrown into the fire.
You was engaging while no one was there. I'm like, this motherfucker, let's go get us killed.
God, man. Chad's been carrying MSK for years, and he's trying to go after my girls. He always trying to take my women. Like, can I have some girls for myself? If I just get some nice ass tacos to myself, that's what I need. God damn. People tune in for Chaz turns because Chaz. Yeah, people asked, why is he not on the MSK show? It's not because I don't want him there. It's most because he mostly just fits better on this show. And I only really, I legit, if he wasn't here, we wouldn't have league shows. You know, Warren's really busy. Sean's, well, as you guys know, he's dead. No, he's not literally dead, but like he's dead inside because he lives in Canada and they're ruled by Justin Trudeau. So also, if Chaz was on the other show, he would get burnt out because that's just too many shows a week to happen, actually. So when he's ever on there, it's mostly like a special occasion, like a birthday or like a celebration or anything.
Birthday celebrations or the topic that I actually like talking about.
Yeah. There will be one recently coming up that you will probably enjoy. There will be one. Actually, but there is a lot to go over today, and I got to get to my show with Professor Savage Dad later on, so we're gonna just get right into it. I gotta get
to sleep because
people
at my job want to call out.
And you know football. This just came up literally right now. I'm pretty sure you saw it about the Rams. The Rams, right?
Oh no,
there was something about the Rams that I don't know if you want to chime into before you get into the league news, actually. Give me 1 second, bring it up right here. So as you guys know, my friend James, my sugar daddy, my lover, jokes.
Yeah, apparently a bunch of us guys got banned on Twitter because Angel Reese, right? She said he was like, if we don't get paid, like the men do.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm gonna boycott. I was like,
she ain't boycotting shit.
No one gonna miss you.
I saw that. I saw the same thing you're talking about. This is what she's gonna do. Paycheck day. It's going to get direct deposit into her account. She ain't about to say shit. She ain't going to say literally nothing. All that is virtue signaling bullshit on Twitter she's doing. She ain't going to do shit. Literally, the only reason why people even know her name is because Caitlin Clark came into the league. No one knows that broad.
They both came at the same time. But I remember saying on Twitter, no one's going to miss a player that. What did I say exactly? Because they got deleted. No one's gonna miss a player that's that has to miss 5 shots in a row just to get offensive.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no one's gonna miss that. We didn't like.
She's not a good player. She has that typical black girl ghetto attitude.
I'm not gonna say she's not a good player. I'm gonna say
she does have highs, but there's a lot of lows.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say she's not a good player.
Dude, that one black lady that was on the Dallas team was better. I forgot her name, but I thought she was better.
Anika.
Yeah, she was good. She's actually legitimately good, at least for a woman, at least for a level of girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not even as good as the worst player on like that Dallas Wings team. Like. Oh my God, these women are like, they don't even understand basic economics. Their league is subsidized by the men's league. Literally, if it was just the women's league that existed, that shit would have probably went out of business ages ago. It would actually just close its doors.
If it wasn't subsidized by the WNBA, they'd be done.
So, did you see this right here?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
Devontae Adams signs with Los Angeles Rams in major offseason move. Devontae Adams renewed for his 6 Pro Bowl appearances, has inked a 2-year, $49 million contract with the Los Angeles Rams with $26 million guaranteed. This significant move sees Adam transitioning from the Green Bay Packers to the West Coast, fulfilling his career aspirations. The Rams, aiming to refresh their offensive strategy, are set to part ways with veteran receiver Cooper God, what a name that is. Holy
Cooper
fucking
Kupp.
shit. Cooper Kupp. What? Man, these black people always got these weird names. As confirmed by multiple reports, Adam will now team up with quarterback Matthew Stafford and emerging talent Puka Naku. Oh my God.
Puka Nakua.
What are these names? Positioning Hawaiian, the Rams to strengthen their standing.
He's from one of those islands in the Pacific that they get bombed by America back in the day.
Because I'll ask you, do you think this is good for the Rams?
I mean, yeah, because their wide receivers are being injured like hell. The crazy thing about Puka was better healthy when he was eating McDonald's than when he started eating healthier. It was like, because I don't know, Chad Ochocinco made a good point about it. That when he wasn't eating as healthy, he was better than when he was eating healthy. I was like, what?
How many Twitter followers does Devontae Adams have? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah, this acquisition underscores the Rams' commitment to maintaining a competitive edge in the league.
He's one of those players he's not really big on politics. He's just like that's not me. But the people.
Speaking of that,
that's why he says he likes working with Aaron Rodgers, but it's one of those things like you know how once you leave the office, like you got that one work friend you're cool with at work, but the minute you leave, you guys don't hang out. That's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. They love hanging out with each other at work, but the minute is over, peace. And Rodgers go,
it's like that. It's that one meme where it's like, yeah, you guys are cool at work, but after work, you just turn back and go with a little side eye. Like, I ain't fucking talking to you at work. Well, you know that all that shit's fake. This happened, guys. I told Chaz this, and I wanted to show you guys this because this is a leak. This is a Twitter account that's pretty big on League. It's Wulo's. So Wulo is essentially a leaker who just kind of leaks roster moves. Now, there's a lot of ethical problems with that because of a lot of implications. Now, leakers have always existed in League for the most part, but when he came in, there was this like group of leakers that would just talk about all the rumors, and then they would just get a lot of followers because of it. Because as you know, in the offseason, when the channel was first growing, my biggest Christmas time for like the channel blowing up, you guys remember I always said the off season is Christmas time for the channel because the videos and the views just explode. Now, over the years, I've not did as many because I've just gotten really, really busy. But I remember just off seasons being huge for League of Legends, and that's when like Wulo would appear. And then Wulo started another separate account called Sheep Esports, and this popped off actually. So this just goes to show you that this community is an echo chamber full of weirdos. And if you say anything that is not lock and step key, they'll just hide your reply. Now, this was actually a hidden comment here. I told you, remember, as I saw it hidden. This was a hidden comment. I saw it hidden. And I told Chaz, this motherfucker Wulo just hit my comment. So this was the story here. So it says Game Ward Astralis disbanded after new sponsor pulls out following transphobic backlash. After locking in a roster composed of these players, the project fell through. And all I said was good because there are only two genders and anyone who thinks otherwise is mentally deranged. Now, this was a hidden reply and it was actually gaining a lot of traction under this post, and this motherfucker actually hit that shit. I'm sorry.
Damn,
I don't care. I don't care what really happened because people know I don't really care for Troon stuff. I literally, if you're lesbian or gay or bi, whatever, if you want to suck dick and get off and you want to put dick in your ass, good. Sure. But like Troon stuff, that's where I draw my line because I generally don't. All that's just mental derangement right there. That's not even really a thing. That's just a dude in a wig or a woman pretending to be a man. That's literally all that is. That's not even like I prefer the same sex. That's just you just being deranged.
That's pretty much someone trying to convince us that they're okay, that's someone that's trying to convince us that they want us to believe that they're, something else. It's like you're trying to convince me to convince you. It's like, okay, it's me.
And keep in mind, guys, I'll actually go over this article on Tuesday because today we're actually really busy. I just want to highlight this. It's like, hey, people agree with me. I'm not saying a lot of people did because this space is kind of full of, you could tell, liberal progressive weirdos, honestly. And this guy, he was like, Cloud9 aren't going to pay for your shit podcast, bro. I just want to point this out here. I don't do this the podcast isn't named Cloud9 because I'm trying to get like Jack or anyone at Cloud9 to look at it. I could care less if they look at it. I could care less if they even notice I even exist. Actually, if people know my Instagram, I met Jack before. I've taken a lot of pictures with the C9 players before. On my older phone that was broken, I was going to post the pictures from my LCS 2023 vlog on Instagram, but I never got a chance to. I've met Jack before. He even remembered me. He was like, hey, I remember you from a while ago. I don't do this to get Cloud9 to notice me.
You're the black guy with the jersey and the braids. Yeah, how you doing?
God.
With that little white boy who looked like he's on.
He never saw James. James never went outside to take pictures. He always thought.
I was about to say because I was like that white dude who's part of Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay, he's just trying to rope. Man, always just throwing strays at me. And the reason why it's called Cloud9.
No, I said Make-A-Wish for James, not you.
Oh my God. And the reason why I call this the Cloud9 podcast is because Cloud9 was the first like esport org that I had seen in League of Legends that I just got attached to, and I was like, you know what? I actually renamed it to Cloud9. Originally, it wasn't called this; it was called something else. And I was like, you know what? I think in order to honor where I first started, like esports or whatever, I'll just call it that. And keep in mind, there's other.
His original name was Black Man Talking About League podcast.
Shit,
but too long.
Like, there's other people in the community with org insert podcasting. There's the one with FlyQuest. It's called Flight Check. Not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest here. That shit is trash. Those guys are complete garbage.
There was a 100 Seas one, but they
retired. I like those guys. Those guys are really cool. I like them. There was 100 Thieves talk. There was one for Evil
Genius. There's a new
guy
who's part of the 100 Seas saying he's 100 Seas / telemetry. It's weird.
Yeah. So Michael asked, what was this podcast called before? So I originally did it with an Australian guy. He wasn't super commitmentful. And then I actually later on called it Rift Insight. It was supposed to be a playoff like summoning insight. But then I realized, that was too on the nose. So I called it something else. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just change everything to a seasonal format. And then I'll just call it this. And I've called it the Cloud9 podcast since 2021. Actually, it was 2020. It was the LCS 2021 spring split when Cloud9 won and went to MSI with Perks that year. So it's been literally this name ever since, honestly. But I told people this, I don't care if they notice I exist. I don't do this to get noticed by other people. If you notice it, that's cool. But I'm not changing. Also, if Cloud9 wanted me to stop, they could just mess me and I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll change the name. But people would have to know we're not affiliated with them. It's pretty obvious, right? It would just be pretty self-explanatory. Then the motherfucker in the reply is like, look at this reply. Yu-Gi-Oh! Judge player. Get the fuck out of my face. How are you flexing you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Judge player? I know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. Obviously, I have a little bit of background there. League color. Get the fuck out of here. Open a book instead of your mouth if you're not educated on the biology behind life. No, I know what the biology is behind life. I don't buy your new age fucking science bullshit. Well, like there's studies to prove it. Yeah, there's also studies to disprove what you're saying.
Oh, the minute one said that, I was like, go. I want you to go to whatever book there is and tell me that there's a chapter that said there's more than two genders. Every aspect is only two genders.
Yeah,
Plants,
even a true person, when they trans or whatever the fuck
they transition to the other thing. They don't want to be called that.
Yeah,
they don't want to be called that because, in a sense, they're no longer what they used to be. But you are this now. You cut the females off, you're a female. Or
and the science argument is always so cringe because there's science to disprove this too. Do people know, like
the issue with the science behind what he was trying to display is so what's the word? It's so hypocritical because it's like intellectually dishonest. That's what it is essentially. Because in a sense, it's saying that you're homosexual. If you're this, it's the whole thing I told you about the woman that wanted to meet a Piper brain up, but it was like, but it was just it turned out she wasn't really mad. It was more she just wanted some, I was like, no, you just mad at your whatever.
Yeah,
he wanted some dick, and you saw. I was like. Yeah, I took a call. I was like, and it's not that we're cool, we're cool, but it's like it'd be weird if I'm like, it'd be weird. I was like, that's me. You started dating them before the transition. That's me. Wouldn't that make you? Yeah, you said it out. I was like, wouldn't that make? I was like, motherfucker. No, this motherfucker.
Like,
wouldn't that make her? That's me. She would.
Is just being gay with extra steps. That's all that shit is, essentially.
Yeah, like, back in the day, there was a couple that both of them transitioned. I'm like,
oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
That's like that's like doing addition with common math. It's like instead of doing 2 plus 2,
the guy wants to be the girl and the girl wants to be the guy, and it's like, I was like, what? It's the same shit.
I'm thinking in my head. That's like that's like if you have to just go down the block, like you decide to go all the way around town. I was like, what the? I was like, okay, You know what? All right. That's all right. Sometimes I just look and I'm like, yep. I don't even argue. I'm just like, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, because like when people say that they say those arguments, like, well, there's science to disprove it. It's like, dude, okay, there are
there's science to
proves
prove it, and there's science to disprove it. That's the.
And also, there's more science to actually disprove a lot of that shit too. There was a study about that stuff I bookmarked that just came out literally a few weeks ago to say that most of the time people that do that shit are just basically just even after they had the certain surgery,
they have buyer's remorse.
It doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
You wake up, and the scene that you had down is no longer down, and you're like, oh, that's why the you know what rate is high.
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit, I actually did it. Okay,
and
time to go Superman out of a skyscraper.
Yeah, like I'll be honest here. Even if someone says, "Oh, there's science to prove this," that doesn't mean I have to believe it. Actually, when it came to like, we're gonna get historical here, the common cold, the reason why it took so long for medicine to develop as good as it is to take care of that stuff, like almost instantly, guys, it took time to develop that stuff. Long time. Not like, oh, I randomly just found this out and now I just believe it. That's not how it works. Keep in mind, if someone told me that the gravity, at one point, I think there was science that showed that gravity didn't exist, even though that's literally not true. Like, science doesn't automatically mean it's just a fact that you just should believe. What the fuck did that even mean? You know?
Yeah. I remember that.
Science over the years, you know?
It was like, oh, gravity doesn't.
The Earth was flat. Remember the flat earthing arguments a while ago? Oh my God. People tried to say the Earth was flat at one point. But there's science to prove it. It's like, all right, cool.
I was like, what science? I was like,
yeah. People always say science. I don't give you any facts or nothing. They're like, science proves it. What the fuck?
They give you facts, but it's like they give you information. You're like, where'd you get this from?
I got it from Washington Post. All right, okay.
Or the worst one would be, oh, Alex Jones. You read the information. Oh, I got it from Alex Jones, who got it from Washington Post. I'm like, that's me. You took extra steps to get nowhere. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Yep.
Like, I could understand why a sponsor did not want to be involved with dudes wearing wigs. Because you can understand. And this also proves several different things about that too. That means that some of the sponsors don't even practice what they preach because they're all about inclusivity, equality, and all that stuff. All right. Then why didn't they sponsor that group of players then when they had Troons in there? Oh my God. Shocker, guys. It's almost like people are faking how they feel. It's almost as like it's just pretend. Fuck, like we've been saying this for years in the show. It's almost as like people in the industry are just faking how they feel just to say what sounds nice because you guys are just sensitive little fucking pussies out there. That's really all it is. You know, they preach about, oh, we love you guys so much. Sure didn't love those Troon people that are, what do they call them? Marginalized groups, whatever. Sure didn't love them. Sure didn't. Pulled out as soon as possible. You guys are fucking stupid. You should be oh God, you guys are dumb. If you have a friend in your life and they think they're the opposite gender and you tell them they are that one, you're lying to them and you are a bad friend in my opinion. You're actually stupid. But speaking of Giant L's, honestly. So Giant X, they came in this year with a new roster of God fucking hell. What was their top laner again? I forgot. Jeez. What was his name? I know it was Closer, Noah, Jun. What the fuck are the other two? I forgot. Roster is so forgettable. Who are they?
Fuck. Yeah, I forgot.
Who is that? Who's that fat fuck?
Lot. It's Lot Jack.
Lot. Oh, thank God, dude. I fucking forgot that dude's name. Holy shit.
I remember too.
It's not Vladdy, because Vladdy's on Carmine Corp.
Yeah.
It's Jackie's. Yeah, Jackie's. Yeah, Lot, Closer, Jackie's, Noah, Jun. That was the roster. They started the first week undefeated. That's the first time this roster has this org went undefeated, I think, ever in an LEC split. And then, more weeks started piling on. They got exposed for how bad they really were. They essentially just
showed up.
Yeah, like basically the teams with the better players just kind of showed up. And I say that really lightly in the LEC, with teams with the better players showed up. It was more like, how would I say this though? They weren't a good roster. We knew they were going to be basically middle of the pack. It didn't start out that way, but it eventually did become a middle of the pack roster. And Closer apparently is deciding to step down and take a break for a little bit. you could tell this guy has been mentally out of it forever. Like, I'll be honest here, I don't know why he even played this split right now, honestly, because it sure didn't look like he even wanted to be there, honestly. I don't know if he'll get a chance to be back in the LEC now that he's taken this break, because, like we just talked about just a second ago, with a lot of orgs just saying shit, but not actually doing it in practice. Like, is an org going to take a risk on this guy after this break? It's like, they're going to, like, quietly ghost him. It's like, yeah, we would love to have you. He puts on the phone, clicks end. Yeah. That's what they do. And then GX go, you know what? You know what's going to make our roster better? The motherfucker who was on SK last year, who was never good, was on SK this split, sucked ass. Probably one of the worst junglers in the league by far. This guy is actually terrible. Yeah, he could be our jungler.
Yep.
How does this make their team better?
Guess who's about to be with SK at the bottom? And guess who's going to be the common factor? This motherfucker. Right,
I'm going to say, man, what's that concept of failing upwards? This is literally failing upwards. He failed on SK constantly.
Yeah.
Just literally, he went 9th place, went 1-7, right? 2-7,
yeah.
1-7, something like that. And then now is going to be on a team with a better roster, even though he was one of the main reasons why they stunk anyway. Like, he wasn't the main reason, but he definitely can't play early game. We saw him play Nidalee against G2. He did not know a single point in the game how to break that game open. Like,
oh, hell no.
I mean, I guess he must be here on a cheap contract, because there's no reason to take this guy. Honestly, you just take a rookie at that point. What does this guy have?
Nah, you
doesn't have veteranship. People say,
you never want to take a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to take a rookie mid-season.
Like,
unless you been scouting him for a while.
Yeah.
You got scouted a rookie for a while. He had track record. He was just on a team.
Yes, he only has a record of all time. Truly a record.
Yep. And then you got him.
Man.
It's like, oh shit, okay.
What's up, K4? How you doing, man? Yeah, this isn't gonna make GX better, guys. Let's be honest.
Oh, no.
I mean, he's basically not the same as Closer, but he's just a worse version of what Closer was anyway. It's just a what was it you said earlier? What's the thing you just said? Addition, subtraction, something like that.
Yeah, he pretty much is. GX gets worse with addition. It's like you subtract Closer, you grab Isma, but sometimes having more is worse. Like, sometimes you don't want more in your basket, you want less.
True.
Like, and honestly, GX is gonna be bottom 3 team. You
think they're gonna be bottom 3 team with Isma? You think they're not even gonna be middle of the pack anymore?
I think
they'll at least be competing for 7th, because Team Heretics and Rogue are doing their best job to be last.
SK is automatically 10th.
Right, there's SK. Yeah, SK and Rogue are automatically like bottom.
SK is automatically 10th. Now you have to look at okay.
You know what's crazy, man? Warren went. We ain't seen that motherfucker at all since SK went last. He been gone. He been just.
Don't forget. His other team is just being in Adam now. Charlotte.
TSM's gone. Remember that? He was a TSM fan too. TSM's gone.
Just straight L's. Just straight L. Just hot, fresh L. Just damn.
All he has left is LNG, and then we saw what T1 did to LNG 2023. That was 4 straight L's back to back.
LNG last year, they pay all that money to not play you out, and then they get clapped.
Oh, God.
LG just gets folded. It's like,
okay,
we're good enough to get to the playoffs.
They have the easiest chance, man, to make top 4, because they faced Weibo, another pretty just jank team at that point. But then they just can't even beat Weibo. It's like, bro, just fuck out of the league at this point. Also, speaking of another giant L, org that's always taken L's, never been competitively viable ever since, like, the only year they ever had good was 2018. And that has asterisks in there too. They've never made a finals, never even got 2nd place in a split in playoffs ever. Just constant L's. And guess what's going to happen now, guys? Expect the unexpected. So apparently Niski is going to be joining their roster as a support. And he even confirmed it on his Twitter page, actually, too. Now, originally, there was some confusing information surrounding this roster move, because originally it said, like, okay, he's going to be coming as a support, but some people clarified he was still going to be playing mid, but they already have a mid laner who's I forgot the fucker's name. It's like Pat Sajak, whatever the fuck his name is. It is Sajak, isn't it?
Yeah, Sajak or whatever. Some
but
shit.
Then
one of those letters is silent.
And then
the whole team
they had clarified he's
trash.
role swapping. So then they had clarified he's role swapping. He will be basically role swapping from mid to support, very similar to the Zen period in Cloud9 where he basically didn't want to play ADC for a bad team. So he's like, hey, I'll just role swap and play support for a good team. Now, in Zen's case, he ended up winning some trophies with that. Niski, you're doing this with Vitality.
He ended up staying on the same team and just role swap. This motherfucker role swap to a team that's worse than the team he was playing for. In a sense.
Yeah. Because you mind, SK were oh fuck, they were SK. I would say this. He somehow made SK look not as shit, but then later on, they became still shit. And then he was like, okay, now I just go to Vitality. But keep in mind, guys, Vitality have nothing. Why in my brain did I tell you guys that they were going to be shit this split? Because after seeing them for like the better part of 9 years, I think I know a lot about them at this point. They've tried every single league combination of roster you can think of. All veterans. 4 veterans, 1 rookie. 4 rookies, 1 veteran. Swap out coaching staffs constantly. They had like legendary player. Oh, legendary is an understatement. Or I would say they've had known players that have won trophies out of their org when they left.
Because someone who used to play for SK and now is we have Rahel has left SK.
Good. I'll be good. He did not need to be there. He was. I don't think it's a bad ADC at all. I think he needs to be on a better team. It is
also left, but it's on there. It's saying for the spring season that he will not be on SK because they got the updated rosters. Like certain teams already have updated that all players are staying.
Oh, last night one of the former SK players was trying to dunk on Niski. Oh, sorry, not Niski. Oh my god, Isma. So the support they had last year, it wasn't Loopy, it was Luan, or it was Rahel Luan. Luan retweeted the Isma pick up the Giant X, and he just typed LOL. There must be some drama there because he must not think Isma's very good. Isma's out here like literally failing upwards, and then they kicked Luan for Loopy, and now Rahel's gone, and now Loopy's there. And the only reason why they have Loopy is because originally they wanted to have Loopy, but they ended up going with fucking Luan. It's like, what the fuck's going on with all these rosters? But with Vitality, you have Inward, Nako, and you got Linkus, Sajak, Karzi, Niski, role swap to support. This doesn't make their roster better, guys. Their roster is going to finish where they finished this split, go like 0-4 in the playoffs, drop out. We're going to be like, oh, damn, Vitality. You got to get them next time. There is no get them next time. They're usually fighting for last most of the time. And people are like, well, what about Hylissang? Well, he's gone. Apparently, they're just going to just bench Hylissang. Now, they're still going to pay Hylissang. From what I know, Vitality still pay their players. They're benching. So if Hylissang has a good contract, he's just essentially just getting paid while being on the bench. But Hylissang needed to be gone after last year. Literally at the end of last year, he didn't need to be playing another split. How many more splits does this guy need to have on some of these rosters to just run it down and be like, no, 1 more year? Like, Pac, he's like, well, we built the roster around Hylissang. Hylissang sees all these angles in the game that, a lot of players don't see.
Yeah, he sees all these angles to throw a game. Like, he's like, who is it? He's like Dr. Strange. He sees 2 million ways, and they all result in an L. It's like, God. Yep. It's like, damn.
I'll never get it.
All he sees is L's. Like,
I think I even bookmark it. Let's see. I think I even bookmark the fucking Pack tweets right there. Let me see if I can just type it in. I think it's League of Legends related. I'll just type is his with a K or is it a C?
Ooh.
Remember, honestly. Fuck. Absolute Cinema. Okay, it's not fucking hell. Team Vitality. Team Vitality. There we go. Man, they have so many fucking accounts. Oh my goodness. I love how this account is called V for Victory. Y'all ain't winning no V's in league. Y'all are taking some L. Y'all are constant L's in league. We're talking like L's to the max here in league. Some cute girls you got in those. V for Victor. That's the only V's you get is French women. Keep in mind, this is the first French org technically in the league, and they have less fans than Garmin Corp. Everything this org tried to be, every other org did better. G2 came in the same year Vitality did everything. MSI, Worlds Finals, Semifinals, trophies. Carmi Corp, a French org, they're French too. Came in. First year sucks. Pretty bad. They had Sakin these nuts for the whole year. And then 2025, win a split. Get all the French fans. They never got all the French fans. Vitality never activated their French fan base. Never. What is this? This is bizarre. That's what I'm calling. This is just bizarro world here. Nothing here makes sense at all. Goodness gracious. All right, so we had.
Oh no, it makes sense. Like you suck 1 year, you gotta sell your soul. You be competitive versus G2. You be competitive versus T1. You get clapped by T1.
True. Yeah, and now whenever they finally do win a split, which is never going to happen, Vitality will always be 0 trophies, 9 years. Dude, at the end of this year, going into 2026, there will be, 10 years, 0 trophies.
Yep.
Vitality never changed.
Carmen Corp been here for 2 years, and they got more trophies than you. Feels
Less
like
than that. We're not even a full year in yet. We're just in March.
Think about it. It's just like in the NFL. Dak Prescott been in the decade for 10 years. They're in the NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Danny McDaniels did it in his first year. Jalen Hurts been to 2 Super Bowls.
Dude, Rogue, Mad Lions.
Daniel Jones got the same amount, almost the same amount of wins as Dak Prescott in the playoffs. Like, Danny McDaniels tied your win record in 1 season. Come on, son.
Like,
Tragic.
Rogue have won more titles.
Yep.
Mad Lions have won more titles.
Yep.
When Mad Lions was an org, they won 3. Rogue ended up winning 1. Carmine Corp just won 1 recently. There's no excuse for them to be having. Guys, I shit you not. By the end of next year, they'll have been in the league for 10 years. This is their 9th year. No trophies. Not even a second place finals finish.
Not even a finals appearance.
Yeah.
They got top 4 ones, right?
So in the 2018 split, they lost the 3rd place match because they lost.
Okay.
This is back when you had a single elimination playoffs. Yeah. So they were in the losers match. Losers match. God damn it! They're in the 3rd place match against Splice. Splice beat them. They ended up getting 4th, and in the following split, they got 3rd because they beat Misfits in that 3rd place match, and they made Worlds through points because Fnatic got them in when they beat Schalke. So keep in mind, the highest they've ever got was 3rd place matches. Now they don't even get that. They don't even get 3rd place matches anymore. Well, they only ever had it 1 year, but you know my point, right? No trophies, no finals, just 1 random year where they got Worlds once. That was only because they had Yamato Cannon. Only reason why.
They got no bitches, no Yamato Cannon, no nothing.
They tried doing the super team with Perks and Photon and Bo and Kaiser and that stuff.
They got 2 agents from 2 different countries. They saw that they could, relate.
Yeah, it was crazy. They bought this player named Haru from a ERL team, but only had him in that split because Bo wasn't eligible to play in the LEC because his visa wasn't ready. So they had self-made, kicked him, brought in a random Korean jungler for 1 split only because he was supposed to be. The joke was a Bo waiting room, and then after that, they brought in Bo just to kick him after. What the big project was Bo? I thought we were just leading to Bo, and then no. What Vitality, you suck ass. And then they grabbed the Mad Lions coaching staff that was very successful to a certain extent. And then now they can't be successful here. Nobody can be successful with Team Vitality. You guys are trash. Nothing works here. Absolutely nothing works here. But here was Pac's farewell tour to the Vitality fans. This is a joke here. To all of our Vitality fans.
All 10 of you guys.
That's generous. That's real generous of you. I would say 5.
5.
Okay, so when you guys are watching this on the replay, I have to turn my head to my second screen because it is too small to read that right there. So it says, to all of our fans at Vitality, none. Today, it's my responsibility to announce the departure of Hylissang from the active LEC roster and explain the reasoning behind the decision. And Chaz knows a lot of sports lingo, so break this down as I say. As well as discuss the upcoming changes for the rest of the year. Before doing so, I'd like to express gratitude both personally and on behalf of Vitality to Hylissang for his effort and dedication throughout our time working together. I think it's fair to say that Hilly is a legend of the European esports scene. Yeah, like fucking hell, years ago. And having worked with Hilly for over 2 years now, this change comes with no small degree of sadness on my part personally, because we feel internally that this is the best decision for the team. Why didn't this just happen at the end of the year, last year? Why did he need to be given one more split? Hey, no, whoa. We need one more split, man. One more split to really prove Hylissang that won't run it down on us.
No, he was going to run it down.
Remember that Leona game he had where he went 2-10?
Yeah.
that just happened literally like a month ago. While our winter split results were disappointing, it's Mac, buddy, you're in Vitality. Everyone expects you to lose. No one expects you to win here. Carzy already told Hilly, I'm just trying to try out for G2, man. I just want to be in G2. Like, come on, man. Everyone here is just trying to try out for better orgs. No one's actively wanting to be here. I believe that our roster has shown a considerable improvement and degree of promise for the future. Press X to doubt. That being said, we feel that the pace of our improvement as a team has been too slow and that we are not where we would like to be in the project in terms of result and crucially our practice and learning environment. I'd like to make clear that we win and lose as a team. No shit. Every individual plays that our own part in the success and failures that we experience in our own narrative within the team is by no means one of scapegoating any individual player for our failings this split. But if you kicked Hylissang as the only player and brought in a mid laner to role swap, that means you actually indirectly are blaming him. Just putting it out there. Just, we do not point fingers. Press X to doubt on that one. What has become clear to us.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're pointing fingers, but they're like, they're waiting for everyone to turn their back before they do it.
What has become clear to us, however, is that conflicting ideas within the team when it comes to how to execute our vision for in-game strategy are preventing us from becoming the team that we all know we can be. And this is an issue we do not feel we can ignore. We make this change, therefore, because we are committed to becoming a top team in Europe. And because, sadly, in spite of all of our personal affections towards Hylissang as a person and teammate, we believe that this is the best way forward for the team. And no one is bigger than the team. I say this not because the atmosphere inside the team has deteriorated or because that the team has lost hope. This couldn't be further from the truth. I say this because we owe it to ourselves and our fans to make hard choices today in order to make Vitality stronger for tomorrow. Mac, buddy, just say Hylissang sucked ass, and you just need to move on.
Just say we did get the full potential out of him, and we have to let him go. That's what they want to say.
More cope here from Mac. And hey, he has been successful with rosters. I'm not saying he's a bad coach at all. He's proven he can work with something. But it's like, bruh, you try to be the guy to get something out of a player that a lot of people already tried to, and it's just not there. Like, a lot of people have tried to get Hilly to be that way again, because he was at one point one of the best Western supports. At one point, he was that for a lot of years. But League of Legends, support style kind of changed overall, and that style that he was really, really good at before isn't really that prevalent to utilize as a strategy anymore, as I should say. And he kind of lucked out to win that title that he did on Mad Lions back in 2023 spring, if we're being honest here. Mostly off just the back of BDS just not 3-0ing them when they could have, Like, yeah, he got the one trophy, 2023? But it's like, if we just isolate that, he's been pretty bad for the most part. Like he was on Fnatic toward the tail end of his career still. 2022 with Yamato, remember? Humanoid, Razork, Upset, Wonder, and Hillsang, remember? Like after that spring split, he was actually pretty darn solid, I would say. He's not been this way. Like he's needed. Good.
Yeah, he just dropped off.
Like he's needed to be replaced for a while at this point. This is needed to happen this is just long overdue, honestly. Everyone with literally who's not blind, like Ray Charles, could see just how bad this guy really was. Straight up in team games. Literally actually griefing potentially on stage, you know? I'm just saying, hey, Elyoya is, fucking solid without him. Everyone is solid without Hillsing around him. You know what's crazy? All the Mad Lions players that aren't around him, but I guess besides Carzzy, are doing fine. Well, Niski was initially doing fine until, his brain completely collapsed, honestly. Oh, Lord. So, what else is there? Okay, now let's talk about the LEC 2025 Winter Split. We're going to recap that rather decently quickly. All right, so let's go to Leaguepedia so we can just go over all the teams. To be fair, we were almost right, man. We were almost right.
Close.
We were very close. We're like, G2, what's crazy is that they still got second place. We had them at top two. We had G2, why did you let us down? Bastards. All right, give me 1 second here.
And the way they did it was crazy. Just get 3-0. Okay. Did you guys even want to play today?
And LeBron learned the hard way. You're going to learn today, boy. You're going to get blasted. Man got blasted by a whole ass ham.
Yeah.
I do not believe Targamas is a good support player, guys. I'm still saying I believe he is a fraud. But that's just me personally.
Current court play up to mostly because of Yike. And people say, oh, they should have never let go of Yike. I'm like, no, letting go of Yike was the right move. He wasn't a good fit on the team.
Yeah, no one was saying he was a bad player, but if you look at the results that he had internationally with G2 and his overall play style.
No, not internationally. I would just go play style on the team was cast. And the way he was with the bottling, it didn't work.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. It's just, you just kind of feel like changes are coming to a roster after 2 years. I mean, it's 2 years. G2 had pretty much already maxed out that roster on how good they were in the LEC. Because
I feel like that they could have ran it 1 more year, in my opinion.
3 years? That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, they had already basically proven with that roster they could basically conquer Europe in ways that were just so demoralizing to other teams. But I'm still not counting that summer split. That summer split, they should have lost that shit. That shit was ran down by Fnatic. They actually literally griefed the trophy there. But let's go and recap the winter split really quickly here. And then we'll go to LTA. And we're going to go to first hand after that. All right. So Rogue, we're shit. I will say this. We didn't have them high. We had them like what? We at least thought with this kind of roster, it would be like 7th max, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. But no, they still found a way to finish 10th. And even in the offseason, people were like, oh my God, even though Rogue got their roster late, they still managed to find a good roster. I'm like, I don't know about that one. That was cope. Yeah. We said it was going to be at most middle of the pack. At most. Barely, if that. But no, people thought they were going to be middle of the pack. They turned out to be last. Straight up last. Adam lost faith in the team based off his interviews. He was very angry with how the team was playing. Just, you could tell he did not like being here. Malong was their only good player, but there's only so much you can do as a jungler in that position. I think if he was on any other team, it would be a lot better for that team. So I'll give him the benefit. He was playing well. He was playing fine. He was actually not playing that weird style he was playing before, all the way back so many, a few years ago. But even him playing as fast paced as he wasn't enough to make this team better. Larsen's been hitting the crack pipe for what feels like 2 years straight. Just keep snorting that crack pipe. Used to be a pretty good mid laner, but now it's just hitting the crack pipe. I'm just gonna start calling him Larsen Crack Pipe. That's his name now. Patrick. Well, the joke is there is Patrick. He's not good. He was barely middle of the pack, always kinda, and then now he's just not good. What does he do? He just a bad ADC. He doesn't carry well. He doesn't lane very well. He's just a that's what he is. He's just a net player. He's just a there player. It never feels like when he has resources, he carries it all. Just disgusting. And then they brought over Execute, who was Janghoon before. And he wasn't even good on Fear X. He got benched for that other guy. He got benched for Duro, who's now on Gen G. Right? I think it was Duro. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think it was Duro.
Just all rogue, just L's. Why doesn't okay, do you know how there's that rule with the franchise leagues where if you finish like bottom, like 4 splits in a row, they can actively have conversations with you to get you out, but they've never actually did that ever. Or the org would just willingly leave. SK, we kind of expected nothing out of this roster, and pretty much that's what happened. The only good player was Rahel, and I think Chaz had just talked about earlier, he's gone, so they don't even have their best player. They brought over Loopy instead of Luan. Didn't make the roster better, and they just paired a random Korean bot lane with a bunch of other disgusting role players like Jinax and Reeker, and now they're going to have a new jungler called Barracuda, Balcada. Oh,
yeah, Balcada.
But before that, they had
Rahel as of now is still it's supposed to be Dewey. That's who is.
So now, and before that, they had Isma.
Yeah,
and that was just bad. It's just all else. This
is the article in the private chat. This is supposed to be replacing them.
All right, let me look it up right here. Okay. Kedui set to replace Rahel at SK Gaming in the LEC. Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure we'll cover that. Team Heretics. They did literally a bit better than what people expected. Most people expected 10th.
They were just good enough. Yeah, they were just good enough. They
were just better than the worst rosters, honestly. They were horrible too, guys. They were not good. I could easily see this team flipping and getting 10th next split.
It's bad. And it's bad when Flack is considered decent. Like it was like, oh, who would you rather have 2 years ago? Patrick over Flackett. Now it's like, oh, I'd rather have Flackett. I'm like, ugh. I'm
not lying, man. If you flip a coin, this team could easily be 10th next split.
Oh yeah,
this is a bad team. This is an awful team.
Oh,
Team BDS basically got to a point where they could have 2-0'd Fnatic, almost just 2-1 Fnatic. But Nook literally is like a whore who goes out on the streets every night, pulls her pants down, bends over, and opens her asshole and just lets any guy hit it from the back. Because that's what Nook is. Nook just gives out free wins. This guy is absolutely just a fucking fraud. He can't. Nook, what's the difference between Nook in mid lane and Patrick? That's the same player to me, just in a different
upside.
position.
Nook has upside.
Oh, shit. Hopefully we see it soon, because I ain't seen shit.
Oh, shit.
There's Ice and there's Paris. Like, this team is just rather meh. Honestly, like Irrelevant was supposed to come over, just be even better than Adam. That's not happened. 113, a little bit more better than what he used to be on Astralis, but still not good at efficiently carrying. Nook just bends over, takes up the ass Diddy style every playoffs, just giving out wins for free. Can't build Syndra properly. Chooses to build Blackfire instead of Hourglass when there's a fucking Jhin on the team and a Leona. Like, what the fuck's this retard doing? Holy shit! And then Ice is an egg roll. He can kind of carry sometimes, but struggles to really sufficiently close the game. And Paris, well, I don't really know what he's good at because he ain't shown me shit yet. And then we talked about GX earlier. This roster was just not good. Like, I probably would just have BDS over them, if I'm being honest here. But
Noah Jones the bright spot of the team, and that's not saying much.
Yeah. No one came over to GX, as Chaz said, and it kind of slightly sort of made them less shit.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
What it does show me that Fanatics, when we get to Fnatic, Noah wasn't the full problem.
Oh, no, we know that for sure now. Noah was a part of the problem. He was just a very fat problem.
His issue is his self-confidence was garbage because he was on a team that had expectations.
Yeah.
That kept failing him. Like how do you throw content 9K goal lead and then you just keep getting like
dicks around in the jungle after they know that G2 recard just to get a blue buff or a Gronk.
You fight for a blue buff and then just get Riley Reid just.
Oh fucking hell
like,
no!
That's what they tell you. Don't go to a duty party.
Team Vitality. We talked about them a little bit earlier ago with the
Vitality, but got no life in them. Yep. Jesus,
but guys, the joke is that it's Vitality. There's nothing here. There's no vital. What's that word? There's no vitality here.
With the team. The team is just they're dead. Like pack them up. Pack
it up. 10 years, no trophies. Pack it up. Ship it out. Go home.
10 years, no trophies. Not even a final
constant
appearance.
L's every year. L's stacked.
And you get to World once because of another team's success. Yep. That sounds like a straggler carrying on.
Like, I'm gonna be honest here, guys. If they kicked out Team Vitality tomorrow and they brought in like fucking TSM just randomly, right? I know it's not gonna happen, but let's say they did. TSM would be more of a valuable asset to the LEC than Team Vitality right now.
They kick out Team Vitality, bringing Los
Ratones.
Yeah. Then that'll be entertainment.
If they kick out Rogue for Los Ratones, let's be honest here, no one would care if Rogue is gone. People are like, but they won that split. Guys, you're supposed to keep momentum up after you win.
No, keep Rogue, get rid of Team Vitality. Rogue has that, like Team Vitality has, tell me something that Team Vitality has done good in the last 5 years.
They've managed to basically do the opposite of every expectation ever. That's actually impressive. If you look at it.
It's like when it comes to, don't worry, I'll wait right here until Team Vitality wins the championship.
Oh no, dude, we should get a meme for Team Vitality that goes, it's just you in a chair and there's a whiteboard and you have a marker. Write down Team Vitality's accomplishments.
Exactly.
Oh fuck. But yeah, we spoke about Vitality earlier, just an org of L's. And yeah, I think the coaching staff, keep in mind, the coaching staff won somewhere else, so it's not like, to be honest, you guys, they're not the issue then. Then what's the problem? Maybe at this point, it's not players or coaching staff, it's just higher ups that make these decisions. It has to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't be going through this many proven players that have won without them. I just don't get it. And then Cloud9 don't want perks anymore. Team Vitality goes, okay, we'll give you $8 million for perks. Why? Just why? Why? I don't get it. God, you fuck off. Then Movie Star Koi. Mad Lions to Movie Star Koi. They dropped fresh ass for Jojo Pion, aka Clarence. And this is where Clarence is at. So this is where Clarence ends up being, guys. Our good old friend Clarence went to the LEC, said he was gonna stomp everyone. Yeah, buddy, you might need to play some more solo queue. The same problems keep popping up, honestly, with this guy on every single roster, minus Inspire being there. Movie Star Koi ended up top 4. We had them at 3rd place, so we were kind of right where they were going to end up at. We knew Jojo Pion was going to be an upgrade, but was that going to be the piece for them to win? Probably not. Really looking at it, but it was going to make them a slightly bit more competitive. Like they had like early game leads. They know how to play the early game out very well. Just closing is just their biggest problem at this point. And Supa and Alvaro just sprinting it in some games. Like, oh my god!
And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's Madeline, Movie Star, whatever the freaking name is. That's their biggest problem. Their bot lane. JoJo is the problem, but he ain't the biggest problem.
Yeah. Like I think, because guys, this is the last year they're running these 4 players together, this combination of 4 players. They're going to have to get new players at the end of the year. Maybe they're going, okay, this was winter. Let's just see how spring plays out. Okay. If you end up 4th or 3rd in spring, do you just run the same roster back for summer? I would have to believe you're going to make a change,
I would. I'm going to tell you why. Unless you see deterioration in the players to a point where they are no longer able to stay, you have to get rid of them.
Yeah. G2, we had them at winning the split, to be fair. They did make the finals.
Yeah, they did.
We're not exactly all wrong. All we said was, even though that Lebrov is going to be a straight up downgrade to Mickey X,
it felt like at times he was an upgrade.
There was times where it was like, I could see this working.
I think it equaled out. I think it equaled out. The major issue is, I don't know if getting rid of Yike and Mickey X was correct. I think getting rid of one, yes, not both.
Yeah.
I think there was a little too much synergy that was gone.
Right. Like, there were some games, and I don't think he's still that good. I think even if he hits his peak, he's an average player. There was games he played that were very good. Like, there were times during the split, you could see why they did it. You could see how this team could be very good. Like, you saw that Carmine Corp best of 5 before the finals week. Okay, if that's who they really are, that team could essentially win everything still. Like, we even said, hey, you still have Caps, you still have Broken Blade, you still have Hans Sama. That could still easily get you finals. And it did.
Yeah.
Even though Broken Blade kind of had a bad start to the split, but picked it up later on. Caps had games in the playoffs where he was just actually sprinting it. Even when they won series.
He was the absolute worst player majority of the split.
Skewmon got better throughout the split. Skewmon started out week 1 barely knowing how to smite things properly.
Nervous, yeah.
You can tell his fingers were just, he fingered a fat bitch or something, because this man's fucking hands weren't working properly. Man lost every objective like I lose women. Oh, shit. L's. Oh, God. So, like, with G2, as we still saw with this split, they can still make the finals. I'll still say this for next split. I do think they'll still at least be in contention to win a split. I think the problem it comes down to with Lebrov is that he only plays like 3 good supports very well. He plays Rel, Nautilus, and Leona well. Yeah.
That's the thing with Mickey X. Mickey X had a big champion pool, but he was only decent on 3 or 4 of them.
So you're saying he had a champion puddle?
Yeah, just like LeBron.
Yeah.
The one thing that I would put over Mickey X is willing to shot call and take risks. LeBron don't do that. That's why
LeBron is straight up silent in the voice.
Him and Hans Sama, because it was at one point it was Skewmon and
Broken Blade do all most of the shot calls if you watch the video.
Like, oh Jesus, that's never good. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a long
season. Hey man, you want to enable your new jungler? Like, hey man, we're listening to you, and you can tell they're not. They're like, okay, I guess we're just here with this guy.
Cool.
Yeah. What else is there? Oh, Hans Sama. I thought he played pretty good throughout the split, honestly. I thought he was still great, honestly.
He did.
Man, did you see that? Guys, Kalist, did you see what he 1v1 Kalist? Kalist thought he could cleanse an auto attack from a Caitlyn. What is this girl doing? You can't cleanse an auto attack. What's wrong with you? Remember, he did he autoed Calibernetted backwards, autoed, and then Kalist cleansed the 3rd shot, so he thought he could live. Kalist, that's not heal. You can't cleanse an auto attack. That's not how that works. Cleanse works on abilities like if you shot an Ash arrow to me, you could cleanse it or whatever, you know? It works on like special abilities, not basic auto attacks. But for G2, they still made the finals. You could see where the roster could be in their minds when they were constructing it. I could understand the vision behind it.
Yeah.
Just Lebrov needs to, if Lebrov could ever have a split where he's just consistently okay, I think they could win. You saw when he's playing somewhat good, they can do it.
Yeah.
But if he's not playing somewhat good ever or just playing shit, you can't. We saw it in the finals. This guy just got, man, Riley Reid is an understatement.
Everybody kind of got gapped. He got gapped. It was like, oh, okay. And he got Kalist talking shit. I'm like,
Kana just, okay. He just, Broken Blade should not be losing to Kana that way. Because he can.
Broken Blade got countered. He should win. Right, this actually goes back to coaching. The coach just kept countering. He kept leaving too many picks open for KC to counter. It was like, fuck, KC just it's like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. It's like every time you go for a play, your opponent has the right hand trap. It's like, oh, bonfire ash. I'm a normal summon, effect veiler. I'm a special summon off this because this monster's on the field, and I'm using the ability imperm. Um, and then your opponent's like looking, it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna discard this card for cost. All right, cool. And then you get the effect, and I'm gonna use the effect of the discard gold spell. It's like they had every counter possible. And I remember I thought it was on Twitter. It seemed like someone on their team knew how to play against the players on their team. It's like,
yeah,
oh, shit, yeah.
Now we have Carmine Corp. They came in literally with a revitalized roster to a certain extent, kinda. And throughout the split, you could tell there was something there. You're like, okay, this is definitely not the team last year. You could tell it wasn't the same team. But I will say this though, even though they won the split, and congrats for them to winning a split. It's pretty hard to do that. Given they actually showed the record of Caps basically putting his foot in the LEC's ass. Caps has been in 16 finals, and he's only ever lost 2 of them. One to Larson 3-0, and one to basically Vladdy 3-0.
Yep.
That's it. He's essentially fisted the entire. Technically, you want to count it 13. It's hard for me to count that summer split against Fnatic, but if you want to count that one, he's won all the splits.
We got to count it because Fnatic don't know how to keep a damn lead.
And yet it's proven they can't, even with a new bot lane. Yeah. So Cap, I'll say this right now. It's hard to win the league with Caps here. It's proven. He's what, 14-2 in finals? That's actually incredible. So it's very hard to win finals here with Caps around. So, Vladdy, he played well throughout the split. We even had him at what, top 3? He's playing very well. Yeah. He played good. He played completely fine. Guys, Vladdy is the reason why they won, along with Yike and Kana. They didn't win because of Kalist. Everyone's like, man, Kalist is going to come in here, and he was just okay. I didn't see this player that everyone kept hyping up. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't see it. They won because of Vladdy, Kana, and Yike. Those are the reasons why they won.
I'm going to tell you this. Kalist was the absolute worst player on the team.
Did you see that Zeri game against Fnatic? Guys, he literally doesn't even know how to play Zeri properly. Man was running around with his actual head cut off, getting dominated, bent over the table. Like, do I think he's a bad ADC? No, but I don't think he's this aggressive, great carry that everyone says he is. If he's not set up, even when he's set up with kills, it just feels like, oh, okay, he'll just show up to team fight and just clean up. He's not this big carry. Now, I think that's going to be a problem for them going into first stand when we talk about Cape Corp later. But moving on to Fnatic. Fnatic, we had hope. But you know what, man? You know what? I'm at this point now, dude. They're going to be at Vitality for me. It's over. No more believing in them. You need to actually prove it at this point. I am not giving them this leeway that I never did with Vitality at a single point. Yeah. I'm just kind of done at this point with you guys.
Fnatic's just Weibo. Every time you think they get to the final, Weibo's going to... Nope, Weibo ain't going to win shit. They're going to be second. They're always going to be the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Never the bride. Yep. They're always going to be the side chick, never the main chick. That's how you should be. Fnatic, change out the bot lane. And I watch a lot of the content from the team, so I know, I guess, from the service level, what's going on. We watch the whole Legends and butt fucking series. That's why it's now Legends and butt fucking. All they do is butt fuck their fans constantly. Like,
boom, bullshit, butt fucking. That's what. Like, and you know that reference.
Hey, I like it.
My channel. You know that reference. All you do is drink booze, bullshit, and butt fuck. That's it. It's like
that's it. Yeah. Like,
that's all they do.
They swap out Noah and Jun because they declared that they were the problem with the team. But the same oh my god, the same problems are here. The same problems are here. It doesn't matter. Yeah. They need to kick Humanoid. That's it. But they can't. Because you know what, guys? They signed his ass till the end of 2026. Another year we gotta deal with this bullshit. Another fucking year.
They need to get rid of Humanoid and Oscar Eden, but they ain't gonna do that. Oscar
Eden's probably the cheapest player that they can afford on the roster. That's the only reason why he's here. Probably. Remember they had Wonder? His contract's too much money. That's why Oscar Eden's only because he's just worth a penny or a nickel. I would say a penny. A nickel actually has value. Just Razork, if he's playing at his peak, he can be as good as Caps. I believe that if he was on the team with Caps, they probably win everything together. Potentially. That's my brain thinking that way. But Razork, is just when he gets in positions, he feels desperate. He just runs the game. He just completely just runs it down so hard, like face checking at just horrible times. Completely will just throw games off of this horrible, just jungling. Man, just super high highs. Can definitely win you a lot of games. He can definitely get you a finals. He can get you playoffs constantly. He'll never not be out of playoffs. He'll always finish high in the regular season. He's James Harden of the league. He's James Harden.
Well, he can also throw a match, throw a whole series if
he can look like the MVP. Also throw a whole series if he decides to.
Matter of fact, that is a good comparison. He is James Harden. He shows up when you need him, and when he doesn't, he's out here missing 27 straight threes, just brick, just L, just bad team. We're losing. We're losing our goalie. Let me it into Caps. Let me it into Vladdy. Let me it into JoJo. I'm like, oh Jesus. Oh God.
So yeah, Fnatic finishing basically third. Yeah, they got third. That didn't surprise me.
Third.
Constant the same problems pop up. We'll switch to the bot lane. Maybe that'll give us some, new bot lane, new year, new Fnatic. No. It's a new year, same Fnatic. That's how that works. And nothing changed.
New year, same team, still an L. Just still an L. Just no matter what.
No matter what, if you
G2 got weaker and you get caught by Karma.
Okay, G2 weakened their roster, gave them one of their players, and G2 still finished higher than they did.
And they clapped you again. Oh, we beat them in the best of one. The fuck that? Okay. All right. You know when people beat me in the best of one, and then when we play a best of three actual game of Pokemon, I clap them.
Yep.
Both come on.
It's like, God damn, Fnatic. Holy fucking shit, man. You guys are such trash. All right. So that's the winter split recap. Because we're going to talk about Karma in just a moment. We have 10 minutes to cover the LTA, and then we're going to end up covering our first stand preview. Just a moment here, guys. Yep. Give me one moment. I'm going to load it up here. So let's be honest here. We only really got to talk about 14. Yeah. Honestly, we're only going to talk about 4 teams. The ones that matter. 100 Thieves, Team Liquid, Cloud9, and FlyQuest. That's it. The only teams that matter. Okay, so we'll do the split winner last. Let's do Cloud9 first. So you guys know how I feel about Cloud9. Did you watch their behind the scenes video that they did talking about their shit in Brazil? But you watched the first part of it, right? Where Reaper is just laying into them. Like, he's like, you guys are just fucking shit. Like, oh my, no, fuck that. For me to roast Cloud9, we're gonna have to just play that video.
I'm gonna break down the bottom 4 teams real quick.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Dig don't deserve to be here. I love Abadaki, but the team dog shit. Sorry, that's DNG. Dig is just trash. Dig is always gonna be trash. DSG, I don't know why they're here. This guy took that hookups. Abadaki, who here are the only good player. Give it up, Scary Jerry. He's scared. He pussy. He's trash. Lions.
Jerry. Oh, shit.
Lions look more decent, but they should have stayed in Mexico. Garbage ass team. They got potential, but garbage. Shopify Rebellion. Trash. Decent trash. Like,
only because contracts is there. Only because it's contracts. If they didn't have contracts, they would look like actual ass.
Power Fox is lost. I don't know what the fuck happened. Power Fox looked like the motherfucking man. They called him Power Figure. Now he Power Washed. Power Trash. Just throw him in the goddamn dumpster. Like,
I want you guys. This is how you know Reaper was successful on 100 Thieves and Cloud9, because he'll just go up to players and just tell them this shit. And sorry, I didn't put the audio, because you guys know how I feel about Cloud9 right now. It's just this same thing with Fnatic. The same issues keep popping up no matter which players you swap out.
At least Cloud9 have one split. Cloud9 has one split. Fnatic out here is weren't they up 2-0 on goddamn G2 and they got reverse swept, or was that BDS? What? Yeah, no, Fnatic. No, sorry, no, it was BDS.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Fnatic out here getting 3-0, 3-1. Can't even get to the game 5. Can't even sniff the game 5.
One second here. This is how even if Reaper's doing this, is how you know they can't fix their issues. Just hear this right now. That's why I love Cloud9. Just hear this. Hi, Miss Sparkles. How you doing? You're looking good today. Mr. Blanks was all nice boy when I first saw him. Now he's on here being a bad boy.
First of all, I've been a bad boy. I don't know.
No, L. No.
Nice. Ain't nothing nice about me.
We don't
care.
care.
Only nice thing about is my stroke games.
Sorry. Hold on.
No.
I'll put the audio on. Okay, here we go. I want you guys to hear I want you guys to hear the way Reaper speaks to them, because this is how I feel. So I feel watching the team now. Just hear this.
At least the today one is kind of worthless. Feel like we don't care about your death or your laning or your whatever comes to your mind. If individually 5 men have those kind of moments, is combined, unplayable, no? Like we have a match tomorrow, and next week we're gonna have a match again. But what's going on today? Like we just dying, and then my bad, sorry, that's it, and then review, speed running, my bad, this one my bad, next one my bad, next one my bad. What's going on, right? If you are struggling, that's fine, but at least they're trying to get something from that struggling, you know?
Is he not right? Even in their voice com videos, one of them will just fucking int. They'll be like, "It's cool. It's all cool." No, it's not. It's not just cool to just straight up int games constantly. Everything he said right here, I agree with. I don't care. I agree with all that he said. They do the same shit over and over and over again. Blabber just runs it down. Everyone goes, "Oh, it's fine." No, it's not fine. That's not fine to do.
This is why you gotta do what.
That's fine. It's beyond me.
That's why you gotta do what they did back in the day. If motherfucker does something too much, you just gotta bench him.
Yeah, like I that's why I played that for you guys, because it's the same shit over and over again. Like if people go, it's all, someone's gonna blame the coach. Oh, it's Reaper's fault they're losing. He's literally telling them, "You suck ass. You need to get better." Even if you're losing a game, take something out of it. Maybe go like, "Okay, I could do this better." What else more can someone do? What else can someone do more? Like fuck hell. Like, good lord. We'll go over FlyQuest. I think FlyQuest is fool's gold.
Yeah.
Like,
and honestly, I'm gonna agree. I think they got lucky because they didn't even win. It was the Millions that won. Let's be real. And it was Millions and Team Liquid incompetency to realize the board state. Like, oh shit! If I don't get back, it's like when you keep using too many trap cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're like, you're paying your life points. You realize, your opponent has a monster that can burn you for game if you're not careful, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Team Liquid forgot that they have a lose con, and that's what happened. They got backdoors. And
people talk about their Gen G win. Guys, they brag about a series they didn't even win. I just
we took it in 5. That's like the Paul Walker of Fast and Furious. Man, I don't had you, man.
Same thing.
Toby should have like, you never had to win. We made cinema.
I vehemently disagree with James when he said they played well in game 2. They got destroyed in game 2.
Oh no!
What made game 2 look good was because Inspired was playing Nunu, and he had an advantage based off playing Nunu. And first of all, he misplayed every advantage he had. Yeah, someone can have an advantage over you, but if they misplay all the advantage, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything. They got destroyed in game 2. They got absolutely curb stomped in game 4.
Oh, 4. Oh no.
The Tristana one, where Toby picked Tristana.
G2
4 was just
not G2. Gen G should have been arrested for what he did to them game 4. They went in the back door.
Curb stomped them.
They went in the back door with no Vaseline and a shotgun.
Also, whenever they played standard, they lost. So keep in mind, because what was the meta before? The meta was lane swapping. Okay, so in lane swapping, you could basically lane swap out of bad matchups. That was the meta for a while at this point, but now there's not going to be any more lane swaps because they passed that out. I'll be honest here, unpopular opinion, I don't like lane swaps. I'd rather take Fearless Draft. I think lane swaps are stupid, honestly. That's my opinion.
I like lane swaps to a third degree. I'm up saying the Fearless Draft to the finals, unless you're. This is my only issue with Fearless Draft is that if my opponent uses a champion, I can't use that champion.
That's my big problem too. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah.
I like, goddamn, if a motherfucker decides to play with fortune and grief on it, and now I can't play it.
Yeah, I think they should change it. Where like, just because I didn't choose that champion, do I get the chance of having that champion? Because that's not fair.
Yeah, because you got Kalista out here running it down on Draven, but I can't play Draven because he's trash. He's a trash ADC. That G2 almost stole the whole team for us. Thank God they did.
Oh God,
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Looking back on that now, you're probably like, okay, maybe we were smoking the crack pipe a little hard on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, on FlyQuest, I just think it's just a fool's gold team. Yeah, they won a title. They won their first one, the last LCS one, before it became an LTA. But they didn't look that good.
They didn't look good. And like I said, they really didn't win. It was the Millions that won. And then it was just, it was Team Liquid was pushing in, and then it says, congratulations, FlyQuest. You're like, what the fuck? And you realize, Team.
They didn't even actually beat them straight up. It was more like they won by a mechanic in the game where it has to happen.
It's like winning by deck out in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like where you, or Pokemon, where you deck your opponent out and then your opponent can't drop a turn. It's like, okay, congratulations, you win. I can't do anything. In a sense, it's like
Lucio was just a very limited player when it comes to support.
Easily,
just not good of a support player. Like,
and Whipple as well.
Yeah, I think he thinks he's so smart about the game. He's losing what actually matters in the game.
You know what it is? It's the same thing I said about Kyrie Irving. Now I look back at Kyrie Irving outgrew what I said about him in 2016. That championship gave him that cockiness to believe he's better than he is, or to believe, or to not humble himself in a sense. Think about it, because it's like, in that sense, we won. Now it was like now FlyQuest can't say what did, and then he took that and he ran with it. That FlyQuest team is literally NRG from 2020.
Also, keep in mind at Worlds before their Gen G series
from 2023.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
they're much more irritating. NRG was humble. They kept it low. Power Plot says, I just listened to other people, what they were saying, and, I just picked up on that. Oh, yeah, Whipple said, we did. People need to scream. We're this. I was like, okay, cool. I hope you don't make the finals. And
I understand what he's saying. He's trying to basically inject some, like, what's that word? He's trying to basically inject, like, some passion into the region. He's trying to inject some of that shit,
but he's doing it all the wrong way.
You got to do it one step at a time, personally. And with a team like that,
we're saying people should. I was like, I suggest people would. It's like, no, if you don't scream if you don't record your stream your scream, you're trash. It's like, who the fuck are you fat Ben Savage? Corey Matthews, French looking motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my face.
Also, remember, how did FlyQuest make top 8 at Worlds? Spoiler, guys, they played against another NA team.
Yep.
Only because Worlds format, that's Swiss cheese system, is so random. You get a scenario like that. Yeah,
G2 out here just getting
every good team.
Just every piece of Asian dick just railing up.
FlyQuest, they couldn't beat Hanwha Live. DK were just assholes straight up open, giving out free wins. Yeah. DK were the free win of Korea. They can't even beat them for FlyQuest.
Yeah.
And the
FlyQuest would have got clapped by T1. Someone said, what if FlyQuest did beat Gen G? They would have got absolutely curve stomped. Curve stomped by T1. You want Carrier versus Bucio? Bucio out here idling his gameplay like Carrier. You want Davies versus Weber?
Yeah, you know what that is for people? They think because FlyQuest played that well against Gen G that one time, and that means against every other team they would have played that well. And it's like, no, that's not how that works.
Showed us the real Gen G. Think like Game 5 showed us like
Game 4 showed us the real FlyQuest too.
Yep. And
that's the real FlyQuest. They're trash.
It's like, Gen G's down 2-1, and the coach finally wakes up. Now we have a challenge. It's like, oh shit. It's like when the motherfucker finally comes perfect cell. You're like, oh shit, Kobe's awake. All right, the churches are open. The churches are open. Everybody run. And guess what? It was on a Sunday. That match was on a Sunday. Think about it. The church of Toby was open on a Sunday. If people don't understand that about FlyQuest.
And
FlyQuest,
we're gonna go to first stand in just a moment here.
Yep, FlyQuest got it. I'm not gonna say exposed, but yeah, no, in a sense they got exposed, and then they got exposed to split. It was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you take away certain picks and you make them play conventionally, they're done. If you want to go to 100 C's, 100 C's kept overperforming. I don't know how they kept overperforming. It was sad how they lost in the finals, but they overperformed. They beat FlyQuest. They beat Team Logan the first time.
They beat Cloud9 too. Game too.
What the hell's going on?
Were they just playing? I don't know.
They were playing regular abandonment teams. Just didn't take them seriously. Like,
yeah, I think teams didn't take them seriously. I mean, FBI I think had a good split. Honestly.
FBI was definitely the difference. Quid looked like Caps a little bit. It was like
Quid actually had a really good split. Yeah.
There was times he looked good. There was times I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, Quid?" River looked decent. Sniper looked like the worst goddamn top
Sniper was just straight up griefing a lot of those games too.
He was just straight griefing.
The only reason why Ayla didn't look as bad was because he was next to FBI. Yeah, Sniper was just perma running it on a lot of those games too.
Sniper was something.
That Jax game against Payne, oh my god, I almost had a stroke when we were watching that. Holy
Payne
shit!
losing that, let me know. Let me know, and that set the precedent because they were the first series, I believe. I don't know, was it the first series or the second series? They were the first series I watched because I watched it backwards. All I know is that Payne versus 100 C series. Let me know that this LTA merger LTS is going to be a complete failure. There's such a skill gap. I would have this is,
but Brazil gets a guaranteed spot. They get a guaranteed spot.
And this is bullshit. The sad part. This is the sad part. This is, if you really want competition, this is what I would have done. Make it 18 playoff, but the automatic LTA top 14 automatically in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Take the bottom half of the LTA North, and take the top 4 of the LTA South, and let them play out. If we get all 8 LTA North,
can we go back to the LCS?
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. If we go to we automatically just give the LTA North, the top 4 teams get the automatic second round in the playoff.
Yeah,
put the bottom 4 teams of the LTA North versus the top 4 in the LTA South. If we don't get now one LTA South team in the second round, we need to go back to the LCS, the CBLOL, and take whatever Mexican team that wants to still have a team, bring them down to Brazil.
Yeah, because what you're saying is true because they basically gutted CBLOL, crippling that, halving it, all those legacy other orgs that were there that had a lot of viewership too. They just just ass murdered LLA.
LLA, they went to Mexico and did what cartels do.
Oh Lord Jesus.
You know what I mean. Just take out a whole goddamn family.
The joke is all people wanted was the LCS to have the Valorant system. That's all they wanted. They didn't want the name change and then that murder shit.
This is what they should have done. They should have took the top 2. They should have kept it at 10 teams, but get rid of Immortals because Immortals is dog shit. We know about Immortals. They're garbage. They always been garbage. They should have. I would have kept Golden Guardians if they want to stay. And who's the other teams?
EG.
EG. I would have kept them.
EG are still in Valorant,
Yeah, if those 2 teams actually wanted to stay, I would have kept them 2 in. Just get rid of them more.
Dude, I told you, I just don't get the merger, and I'm glad other people are waking to them too. This merger made no sense. I like Monty. I like Thorin a lot, but Monty was the one saying, "Oh well," he was reporting on the news that Riot was going to merge LCS and CBL. It's like, but there's no cross viewership there. We watch League. We would watch them play. Let's be honest here. The average person is not going to do that.
The only reason why we're watching the The CB
If
Low
they didn't take the
is
game off, I would understand if we fought against them because it kind of creates like these mini little wild card tournaments here. This doesn't fucking matter. Guys, these games were stomps in ways I haven't seen in League
except for the Team Liquid
years.
theory in Game 3 was a complete stomp. 100 Thieves was losing both Game 1 and Game 2.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, 5 dragons down Game 1. Came back and just fisted
didn't matter because Pain doesn't have a bot lane. They don't have a mid lane. They only got a top laner because our top laner was just.
Do you know a lot about?
Hey,
okay.
Yo.
Oh, hey, yo. Hey, yo, what it tastes like.
Oh my God.
Should I ask them in or
somehow?
All right. Yeah, like I just don't get the merger. The fan bases don't mesh very well. They don't, guys, if you read the comments, they don't like us. We don't like them. I don't know what this rivalry is supposed to prove. It's just a stupid merger. It makes no fucking sense. It's a dumbass merger. The format's bad. Why is there games going on during the fucking Super Bowl? To be fair, there was always games going to the Super Bowl. That's always been a thing because it falls on Sunday all the time. But they would usually always wrap it up before the game. They were having games going during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were starting games. They were starting games while the Super Bowl was going on. I'm like, you sure you guys want to do that? They could have just done Friday and Saturday and called it a day.
Yeah.
They could have, or like what they do sometimes, they skip a day. They'll skip Sunday. Oh, let's do Saturday and Monday.
Mm-hmm. Remember what they did? They put the LTA in that stupid closet again because because Valorant's the more profitable game. All right, I'm gonna have to get to Savage Dad here in about 5 minutes, but we're gonna preview at least the first days of games for the first stand. So as you guys know, since this event is being taken place in Korea on Tuesday, later in the day, around 8 p.m. PST, we're going to have another episode of the Cloud9 podcast. So we have an episode today for Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday as usual, and Saturday for you guys. And then next week, we'll tell you guys the schedule again based off of how many more series to play. So Team Liquid versus Karmine Corp. I'm taking Team Liquid. I generally don't think Karmine Corp is that good. This is the best of 3, too. So at least that's no random best of 1 shenanigan bullshit.
I'm going... Part of me wants to go Karmine Corp.
You hate Karmine Corp. Don't even bullshit to me.
I hate both of these teams.
I think I just want UMT to get smashed by Yike, even though I think Team Liquid will win.
I hate both of these teams. Both of these teams beat my team 3-0. That's me. I hate both of them with the bad. Yeah.
Just 06 L's constantly.
Like these teams better go one after one.
You like Team Liquid? I mean, I could she set me up for these jokes. It's God. So I'm going Team Liquid. First of all, just because I just don't believe in Targamas in international events. I don't think Calista is that good. I think the difference maker is just the bot lane, honestly. I think Core JJ and Yon are so much better.
But I think Yike will be the difference for Karmine Corp.
No, when an faces off against Peanut, I want to watch that opening live night so I can see his ass get fisted completely. I want to see that just live.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone thinks Homolife's going to win the event. I do too. Homolife's going to beat TES. TES are not a bad team. They're a little bit better. Actually, it's crazy. I think they're stronger than they were last year, honestly.
Oh, they definitely are.
At least they're a lot more consistent this year.
Yep.
But I'll say Homolife. I'm going TL first game, Homolife second one.
Homolife too.
I can't say this word on YouTube anymore that I would call Asian people. It rhymes with saint. You're gonna go with Flying Oysters? You think they're gonna be? You think they're gonna?
Oh no, sorry. No. I said Karmine Corp.
You're fine.
I meant the team is named Flying Oysters. I'm going Karmine Corp.
Fine. Karmine Corp. Yeah, I'm going Karmine Corp too. And Top Esports versus Team Liquid. I'm going Top Esports.
I want to see Konami versus UMD. I want to see that for.
Chad just wants to see UMT get fisted so hard.
Dracula versus Yeon. I need to see that for research purposes. I need to see that. I need to see the
Well, we get best of 3s, first international event. I'm a little hyped for it, just a little bit, because they said
I'm gonna say Team Liquid 2-1 over Karmine Corp. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. 2-1 Hololive. But crazy enough, Hololive Top Esports is gonna be the tightest match. I think this could go either way in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Honolulu, but I would not be surprised if Top Esports win.
And then we'll preview the rest of these, because on Thursday we're coming. Okay, so after Tuesday, we'll watch the
games. Tuesday's gonna be 2-0 stars.
Yeah.
Cormac Clips go 2-0 Flying Horses. The Top Esports is gonna put their whole foot in Team Liquid ass.
We saw what happened with Top Esports last year when they played against Team Liquid. That was certainly that was just a beating.
That's
hey, congrats! That's awesome.
Oh.
Well, that means you're a MILF.
Yep.
But yes, we'll be back here Tuesday around 8 p.m. PST to give you guys another episode of the Cloud9 podcast.
I just read one in the comments. Holy shit, she is freaky. Jesus Christ.
So, speaking of freaky, geez, nope, not doing that joke. Anything you want to say before we head out?
Yeah, I got one video done today. That's me. Don't be surprised that's up in the next couple of days. It's just gonna be about the main differences in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's it. It's just something simple about how to start in either of them.
Never happens. These are lies. I'm a changed man. You know, I retired from women. Actually. But man, I can't say this thing on YouTube. I have to be professional. So what's your top 3 sex positions? So, good lord.
Fucking girl, easily.
Yeah, you would say to her. Yeah. Whew,
missionary. The cowgirl, obviously, depending on the size of the woman. She's and easily dog style, just.
Pulling her hair, back shots. Well,
one hand on the head, one the hair pulling, and you just bending and cracking.
Speaking of a team that will be getting back shots, is Team Liquid when they face off against fucking Top Esports. I generally think they're going to get actually just destroyed. Honestly,
there's a whole Yep.
All right, so
I look like a scene of black.
As you guys know, for me, MSK show episode with Professor Savage Dad literally right after this one, and panel show Monday, Tuesday show with Last Comic Fan. Tuesday this week we had another episode of these going over the first 4 best of 3s. I hope they're all 2-0 so we could just knock out. Oh, Team Liquid got fisted. Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. If they lose to Carmine Corp, I need Not I need APA. I need APA to type. Can't wait to clap Vladdy. I need that. I need it. Oh, please, APA, do it for me. He loves shit talking. Okay, shit talk Europe, APA. Shit talk him again. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah. Just let Yeon type. I can't wait to clap Callist.
The match I'm waiting for is Team Liquid versus on Top Esports.
I need that TL Homolife series. I need I needs it. Goodness gracious. What are you talking about? You know all my secrets? Oh shit, crazy. Huh. Well,
I need to see APA versus Jekka. I need to see.
I get so destroyed. Oh, I can't wait for it. But thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. And we'll see you guys Tuesday with another episode. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you guys later.